Do you have what it takes to defeat Mark the Beast Labette and his fellow trivia geniuses? Find out tonight on Masterminds. And here's your host, Brooke Burns.
Hello and welcome to Masterminds, a game of trivia, smarts, and strategy. Let's meet our challengers. She's a teacher who speaks Ukrainian from Cleveland, Ohio. Give it up for Natalie. He has attended every Comic-Con since the late 90s and used to brew his own beer. Give it up for David.
Good luck, Masterminds.
She's a children's librarian who's learning to play the theremin. Ooh, from Victorville, California, please welcome Shannon. Welcome to the show, everyone. Are you ready to face the Masterminds?
Bring it on.
Yes, great. Bring it on, he says. He's a four-time Jeopardy champion and the self-proclaimed professor of fun. It's Ryan Chafee. She's a professor at Boston University and an OBGYN. The doctor is in. It's Lakedra Pam. He's dominated trivia challengers for years in the US, England, and Australia on The Chase, and now he's here. Please welcome Mark the Beast Labette. Here's how we play. I'll ask you a series of trivia questions over 3 rounds of escalating difficulty. At the end of the game, the highest scoring challenger will face the highest scoring mastermind in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. If a challenger wins, they'll come back to compete again. And if a challenger wins 2 times, then they will be crowned a mastermind and potentially take the place of one of our masterminds on this stage. Right, Lakedra?
Absolutely not.
Okay, never mind. In round 1, there are 7 subjects, each with a corresponding question. All challengers and masterminds will play. Correct answers are worth 100 points. Good luck. And the first subject is modern myths. Initially unable to fly, who could merely leap up to 1/8 of a mile when he first appeared in a comic book? Iron Man, Superman, or Hawkman? And the correct answer is Superman. Challengers, did we know this? All right, well done. 100 points across the board. Masterminds, 100 points across the board as well.
So it was the Superman radio show and cartoons that gave him the ability to fly, and so then the comic books followed suit.
Thank you, Lakedra. The next subject is ecology. What is the minimum annual rainfall necessary for an area to be considered a rainforest by the Rainforest Foundation? 25 inches, 50 inches, or 75 inches? And the correct answer is 75 inches. Challengers, how'd we do? You need a lot of rain to be a rainforest. Well done. 100 points for you. Masterminds. Oh, all right. Lakedra and Ryan, 100 points for you.
Yeah, I think on average, like in the US, places get about 30 inches a year of total precipitation, so that's a lot of rain.
It is a lot of rain. Thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is prohibition. The 18th Amendment forbade the manufacture, sale, or what of intoxicating liquors? Consumption, transportation, or storage? And the correct answer is transportation. Challengers, how about this one? All right, well done. David and Shannon, 100 points apiece. Masterminds. All right, 100 points across the board.
Auto racing in the US has a lot of its origins, its roots in the running of illegal whiskey. You had to modify your cars.
Think about it, if they don't have transportation there, they couldn't actually arrest any gangsters carrying the stuff.
There you go.
It was only once they got it into the speakeasies.
All right, thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is France. The supposed center of Paris is marked by a bronze plaque in the concrete labeled .0 outside which landmark? The Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, or Notre Dame Cathedral? And the correct answer is Notre Dame Cathedral. Challengers. Oh, okay, no points on this one. Masterminds. Well done, Beastie! Woo-hoo-hoo! For 100 points for you.
Well, I've got unfair advantage because I've been there many years ago, and of course Notre Dame, something like the 11th or 12th century, it's in many ways the spiritual home of France on the Ile de la City.
Thank you, sir. The next subject is television. What Emmy winner plays Las Vegas comedy diva Deborah Vance on Hacks? Rachel Brosnahan, Jean Smart, or Catherine O'Hara? And the correct answer is Jean Smart. Challengers, how do we do on this one? Okay, I love it. Some Hacks followers over here, 100 points apiece. Masterminds, what about you guys? All right, well done. Lakeedra and Ryan for 100 points each.
So Jean Smart in Hacks plays an aging comic who has to reinvent her act, her Las Vegas show.
Thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is medical devices. An early design for which of these medical devices featured a hand crank? MRI, hearing aid, or pacemaker? The correct answer is pacemaker. Challengers, did we know this? All right, well done, Natalie. She's nodding over there. Well done, 100 points for you. Masterminds. All right, Beastie and Ryan.
I actually did not know this one,
Yeah.
but good thing I'm not a heart doctor.
I feel like I need to look this up to get a visual of how it worked.
Well, I think it was generating charge because it was
Right.
contacts that would make a charge, and I don't think they ever actually mass-produced that.
That sounds unsuccessful.
It does, exactly. Thank you, Masterminds. And the last subject is animals. First spotted in the Canadian Arctic in 2006, a Pizzly bear is a cross between a grizzly bear and a what? Panda, polar bear, or panther? And the correct answer is a polar bear. Challengers, how about this one? There we go, 100 points across the board. You guys are doing great. Masterminds, 100 points across the board for you too.
It makes sense in a way. They're both large bears and pretty similar, so you can imagine it.
Thank you. That's it for round one. On our challengers side, my goodness, we have a three-way tie with 500 points apiece. Doing great. And for our masterminds, Ryan is in the lead with 600 points. When we return, the points get higher and the questions get more difficult as we get closer to determining who will play for $10,000. More masterminds after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. In this round, both the challengers and the masterminds will write in their answers for a chance to build their score. There are 5 subjects, and correct answers are now worth 200 points. At the end of this round, the challenger and the mastermind with the lowest scores will be eliminated. Let's play. The first subject is health. In 2022, the FDA approved the first in vitro test to detect what most common form of dementia among older persons? And the correct answer is Alzheimer's. Challengers, how'd we do? Well done, 200 points across the board. Moving right along, masterminds. 200 points across the board over here as well. Lakeedra.
So the test is called the Lumipulse test, and it should allow the detection of Alzheimer's without needing a PET scan.
Wow, that's amazing. Gotta love science.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Lakeedra. The next subject is symbols. The flag that inspired the Star-Spangled Banner is displayed in which institution's Museum of American History? And the correct answer is the Smithsonian. Challengers, how'd we do? All right, well done, David and Shannon, 200 points apiece. And masterminds, well done, 200 points apiece for each of you.
I've actually been to see it, and there's you go into the space where it's dark because I guess they're preserving it from the light, and
Sure.
it's kind of glowing, and it's this haunting, amazing image of what Francis Scott Key saw during the War of 1812.
I would think that would be very worthy to go and see in person.
Interestingly, despite being the official museum of the USA, the Smithsonian's actually named after a Brit, James Smithson, who gave the donation to start it.
Thank you, masterminds. The next subject is books. The fictional biography of the vampire Lestat is a novel by what author? And the correct answer is Anne Rice. How about this one, challengers? Did we know it? All right, the ladies did. Natalie and Shannon, 200 points apiece. Congrats. Masterminds, how'd we do? 200 points across the board.
Anne Rice famously made her home in New Orleans and wrote multiple books about vampire Lestat, including Interview with the Vampire.
Thank you, Lakeedra. The next subject is cocktails. Orange juice and Galliano liqueur combine with what spirit to form a traditional Harvey Wallbanger cocktail? And the correct answer is vodka. Challengers, any vodka drinkers over here? Wow, no, none. Okay. How about, look at Beastie's flabbergasted. Masterminds, how'd we do? Okay, for the gentlemen, Beastie and Ryan. I actually didn't know this cocktail either.
To be fair, if a European trivia player, it's almost obligatory to know the top 20 or 30 cocktails because you get asked them time after time after time.
All the different combinations. So basically, you'd be a good bartender?
I am a good bartender, and I can throw people out at the end of the evening. What more do you want?
All right, let's move right along. It's time for the final question of this round. This question is worth 400 points. This will determine who will be moving on to the next round. Here is your final subject. The subject is science. In magnetism, opposite poles attract and like poles do what? And the correct answer is repel. Challengers, how about this one for 400 points? Yes, 400 points all the way across the board. Well done, Shannon, with the high score of 1,500. You'll be moving on to the next round, but we have a tie to break between Natalie and David. We'll do that in just a minute after we find out how our masterminds did. Masterminds, 400 points across the board. So it's gonna be Ryan and Beastie moving on. And Lakidra, we'll see you next time. All right, challengers, to break your tie, we're gonna ask you one more question. Go ahead and get your buzzers. First person to buzz in will get the chance to answer. If you're correct, you'll be moving on with Shannon. Here's your question. Debuted in 1984, the catchphrase, "Where's the beef?" originated as a slogan for what fast food chain? Natalie.
Arby's.
Arby's. If Arby's is correct, you'll be moving on. If not, then David will be moving on with Shannon. Is the correct answer Arby's? No, it's Wendy's. It's your lucky day, David. You're moving on with Shannon. Sorry, Natalie. Thank you so much for being here. When we come back, it's Challenger versus Challenger and Mastermind versus Mastermind to determine who will compete in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. More Masterminds after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. It all comes down to this. Which challenger will face the top mastermind for $10,000? We're about to find out. But first, let's get to know them better. David, tell me about brewing your own beer.
Yeah, so I farmed algae in my engineering days, and there are tons of breweries in San Diego, so my buddies and I thought, hey, let's try to brew a beer. So we brewed a bunch of IPAs and stouts. We had a 5-gallon container, threw some grains, yeast, and hops into it.
How'd it turn out?
Turned out pretty decent, but I had to stop brewing because this gut became a keg.
It's terrible how that kind of goes hand in hand.
It's a bummer.
Huh? Well, welcome to the show.
Thank
Good
you.
luck, sir.
Thank you.
Shannon, tell me what a theremin is.
So you know that eerie you sound in old science fiction movies?
Yes.
That's a theremin.
Interesting.
I've always been kind of obsessed with them, and my delightful spouse got me one as a gift recently, so I've been learning that the past few months. And what's cool about the theremin is you don't actually touch it. You kind of wave your hands over it and affect the sound waves that way.
And you never touch it. Sounds
Yeah.
fascinating. I'd love to watch. Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And good luck to you both. In this round, first the challengers and then the masterminds will face off in a timed trivia battle. The first question will be worth 500 points, and each question that follows will be worth an additional 100 points. It's anyone's game. Challengers, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Great. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points. According to legend, nobles loyal to King Arthur were known as the Knights of what? David.
Round table?
Correct. 600 points. In Major League Baseball, how many bases on the field are square? Shannon.
3.
Correct. 700 points. Mixing red and yellow paint creates what secondary color? David.
Orange.
Correct. 800 points. Located between Sweden and Russia, what country is known as the Land of 1,000 Lakes? David.
Finland.
Correct. 900 points. Founded in 1881, what organization now offers an app to find local blood drives and track your donations? David.
The Red Cross.
Correct. 1,000 points. The novel 50 Shades of Grey started off as a fan fiction of what book series? Shannon.
Twilight.
Correct. 1,100 points. Although founded in the US, what brand of trench coat alludes to the mists of the British capital? Shannon.
London Fog.
Correct. 1,200 points. Bird and Lime are among the top companies for what app-based rental vehicles? Shannon.
Scooters.
Correct. 1,300 points. What stellar name is given to a region of 15 southern US states? David.
Nether region?
Nope. Shannon? Sunbelt. Woo! Well done, Shannon. You just won $1,000. And not only that, the chance to play for $10,000. Congratulations. David, it was lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Now we just have to determine which mastermind you'll be facing. Hello, gentlemen. Or at least Ryan. No,
Oh.
just kidding. You know I love you, Beastie.
There's no home field advantage here, is there?
All right, you know how it works. 60 seconds on the clock. Same rules apply. Your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points. The National Symphony Orchestra performed on July 20th, 2019 for the 50th anniversary of what event? Ryan.
The moon landing.
Correct. 600 points. The 4 surviving original copies of the Magna Carta are all located in what country? Ryan.
UK.
Yes, correct. 700 points. What device for measuring atmospheric pressure was invented in Italy in the 17th century? Beast.
Barometer.
Correct. 800 points. What novel has the chapter title Marius becomes practical once more to the extent of giving Cosette his address? Ryan.
Les Miserables.
Correct. 900 points. Now meaning anyone against technology. What word first referred to English laborers who destroyed machines? Beast.
Luddites.
Correct. 1,000 points. What type of angle is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180? Beast.
Obtuse.
Correct. 1,100 points. Famous for its Court of the Lions. What palace was built by the emirs of Granada? A beast.
Alhambra.
Correct. 1,200 points. What Germanic tribe with a destructive sounding name famously sacked Rome in 755? Beast.
Vandals.
Correct. 1,300 points. What Middle Eastern sandwich featured deep fried balls of ground chickpeas served in a pita? Ryan?
Falafel.
Correct. 1,400 points. In 2012, Daredevil Nick Wallenda became the first person to cross directly over what waterfall on a high wire? Ryan?
Niagara Falls.
Correct! Woo! Well done, Ryan. But unfortunately, Beastie is still tonight's top mastermind. We'll definitely see you next time. That means that Shannon and Beastie will be going head-to-head in our ultimate trivia showdown. Can Shannon win $10,000 and take one step closer to becoming a mastermind? Find out when we come back. Welcome back to Masterminds. Shannon has won $1,000 and will now face Beastie in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. Here's how we play. I'll read 4 questions to Shannon and Beastie, and they'll each write down their answers. Once the players have locked in their responses, I'll reveal the correct answers. If Shannon gets the higher score, she will win $10,000. Let's begin. Here's your first question. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were married at which royal castle? All right. Shannon, you said
Windsor.
Windsor. Beastie, you said
Windsor.
Windsor as well. The correct answer is Windsor. Well done, Shannon. And it's 1-1. And here's your second question. What alternative to Christmas, invented by writer Daniel O'Keefe, was popularized by the show Seinfeld? Shannon, you answered with
Chrismica.
Chrismica. Beast, you answered with
Winterval.
Winterval. And the correct answer is Festivus. But I like y'all's both a lot.
I think our answer's better than theirs.
They are. They should have called you guys. All right, the score remains 1-1. You're still in good shape here, Shannon. Here's your third question. Founded in 1859 with one horse-drawn wagon, what Chicago company made its first delivery of money in 1891? Shannon, your answer is?
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo. Beast, your answer is?
I watched a lot of Westerns. Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo as well. And the correct answer is? Not Wells
Oh.
Fargo. It's Brinks. That one hurt, huh, Beastie? It's all right. That's good for you, Shannon. And the score remains 1-1. Now, this is going into our final question. Shannon, if you get this one right and Beastie's wrong, the $10,000 is yours. Good luck. Here's your final question. Living in Borneo, what large creature that sleeps in a nest is the world's heaviest tree-dwelling animal? Shannon, you answered with?
The harpy eagle.
The harpy eagle. Beast, you answered with?
Pongo Pongo or the orangutan.
Or the orangutan, all right? If it's the harpy eagle, then you will win $10,000. Are you ready? All right. The correct answer is... the orangutan! That's evil, Beastie. How dare you? You always do this. Nice try, Shannon. $1,000 is still yours. You played a great game. It was lovely to have you here. Join us next time to see who can outsmart the best players in the world right here on Masterminds. Good night, everyone. Oh, I hate it when it comes down to that one question.
Do you have what it takes to defeat Mark the Beast Labette and his fellow trivia geniuses? Find out tonight on Masterminds. And here's your host, Brooke Burns.
And welcome to Masterminds, a game of trivia, smarts, and strategy. Let's meet our challengers. He's a recruiting firm owner who loves giving back to the community. Give it up for Wayne John. He's got his eyes on Beastie. She's a stay-at-home mom and playwright who loves competitive karaoke. Say hello to Monique. Woo! Hi. Good times. He's an expert hula hooper who is a top diamond salesman from Atlantic City. Here's Adam.
Hi.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Are you ready to play?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Let's say hello to our masterminds first. He's a Yale-educated tutor who's ready to take out any challengers who dare to enter the Church of Chafee. It's Ryan Chafee.
Hello.
She's a Jeopardy champion who Alex Trebek dubbed the Trivia Buzzsaw. It's Lakedra Pam. And he has a master's from Oxford, a postgrad degree from the University of Exeter, and law from the University of Glamorgan. He has more degrees than a 5-alarm fire. My pal, Mark the Beast Labette. Welcome, Masterminds. These guys seem like they're pretty much ready to play.
That's great, Adam, that you're an expert hula hooper, but your hula hooping won't save you here.
All right, here's how we play. I'll ask you a series of trivia questions over 3 rounds of escalating difficulty. At the end of the game, the highest scoring challenger will face the highest scoring mastermind in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. If a challenger wins, they'll come back to compete again. And if a challenger wins 2 times, then they will be crowned a mastermind and potentially take the place of one of our masterminds on this stage.
Absolutely not. Not gonna happen.
We'll see.
I like that attitude, Monique. Give it to her. In round 1, there are 7 subjects, each with a corresponding question. All challengers and masterminds will play. Correct answers are worth 100 points. Good luck. And the first subject is money. Which of these coins is worth more than what it costs to produce? Penny, nickel, or dime? And the correct answer is a dime. Challengers, how'd we do? All right, well done, Adam. 100 points for you. Masterminds, how about you? Lakedra and Ryan, well done with 100 points apiece.
Yeah, I think it costs 2 cents to make a penny and something like 8 cents to make a nickel, whereas a dime costs 4 cents to manufacture.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the crazy world of money.
Point. Thank you, Ryan. The next subject is movies. What star of Crazy Rich Asians has a name that sounds like a bottled water brand? Aquafina, Crystal Geyser, or Evie Yon? And the correct answer is Aquafina. Challengers, how about this one? All right, well done, 100 points across the board. Masterminds, Lakedra and Ryan were 100 points.
So I believe Aquafina's real name is Nora, but she came up with this stage name at around 16 to show kind of how awkward she felt in moving through life.
Oh, that's interesting. Thank you. The next subject is agreements. In 2021, the United States officially rejoined what city's famed climate accord? Oslo, Paris, or Manila? And the correct answer is Paris. Challengers? Okay, well done, Adam, 100 points. Masterminds? Beastie and Lakedra for 100 points.
Yeah, the Paris Agreement was adopted by nearly 200 countries in 2015, and it took the USA a few years to sign up to it. I'm glad the Kyoto Accords, which were an earlier accords, weren't there, thank goodness.
Thank you, Beastie. The next subject is sports. Sweden's Oskar Swan became the oldest Olympic medalist when he took silver at age 72 in which sport? Shooting, sailing, or equestrian dressage? And the correct answer is shooting. Challengers, how about this one? Okay, well done. Wayne knew it for 100 points. Masterminds, Ryan knew it for 100 points.
Yeah, Oskar Swan became the oldest medalist at the Antwerp Games in 1920, I think, when he was 72. He also was the oldest gold medalist at age 64, but that was at a different Olympics. He was not 64 and 72 at both.
Impressive. All right, thank you, sir. The next subject is rulers. Who was the last British monarch to have the title Emperor or Empress of India? Queen Victoria, Edward VII, or George VI? And the correct answer is George VI. Okay, challengers, how about this one? Oh, well done for Monique for 100 points. She's happy about it. Masterminds, how about you guys? There we go, 100 points across the board. The next subject is tech. In computing, a program that appears harmless but is actually malicious is named for what? Juggernaut, doppelganger, or Trojan horse? And the correct answer is Trojan horse. Challengers? Yeah, there we go. 100 points across the board. Well done, masterminds. And the same for you. The last subject is the human body. According to National Institutes of Health estimates, what percentage of people on Earth have brown or black hair? 50%, 70%, or 90%? And the correct answer is 90%. Challengers? Yeah, that's what I like to see again. 100 points across the board. Masterminds? 100 points across the board. All right, that's it for round one. On our challengers side, we've got Adam in the lead with 500 points. Well done. And for our masterminds, Lakidra and Ryan are tied with 600 points apiece. When we return, the points get higher and the questions get more difficult as we get closer to determining who will play for $10,000. It's more masterminds after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. In this round, both the challengers and the masterminds will write in their answers for a chance to build their score. There are 5 subjects, and correct answers are now worth 200 points. At the end of this round, the challenger and the mastermind with the lowest scores will be eliminated. Let's play. The first subject is music. Popular with Portuguese immigrants, the 4-stringed machete was the precursor to what Hawaiian instrument? The correct answer is the ukulele. How'd we do? Yeah, love it. 200 points apiece for each of you. And masterminds, 200 points for you as well. The next subject is literature. In the classic fairy tale, what animal finally does catch and eat the gingerbread man? And the correct answer is the fox. Challengers, how'd we do? Monique's like, yes, I got this. 200 points for you. Masterminds, Lakidra for 200 points.
So in the fairy tale, the fox is able to catch the gingerbread man by pretending not to be interested in him and then sneak attack. So,
thank you. The next subject is food. Konstantin Fallberg discovered what sweetener when he ate dinner with benzoic sulfamide stuck to his hands? And the correct answer is saccharin. Challengers? Monique, I got it right. 200 points for you. Masterminds? Oh my goodness. Okay, no points on this one. The next subject is continents. Gambia is the smallest country on what continent's mainland? And the correct answer is Africa. Challengers, how about this one? There we go, 200 points across the board. Masterminds, 200 points for you as well.
The Gambia, which is sometimes the Gambia, which I think is very cool, is like in the middle of Senegal, and it's just along the Gambia River, which runs through Senegal, and they got the river.
Thank you, Ryan. It is time for the final question of this round. This question is now worth 400 points, and this will determine who will be moving on to the next round. Here is your final subject. The subject is mythology. One of the original 7 wonders of the world, the Colossus of Rhodes, depicted what sun god? And the correct answer is Helios. Challengers, how'd we do on this one? Oh man, no points on that one. Okay, sorry about that. That means that Monique and Adam, the two of you, will be moving on to the next round with your high scores. And Wayne, it was lovely to have you here. Thank you so much. Masterminds, how'd we do on this side? Okay, Beastie and Ryan, 400 points apiece, which means, Ryan, you're moving on for sure, but we have a tie between Lakidra and Beastie, so we're gonna break that tie with this next question. You know how it works? You can just give me a verbal answer if you're the first one to buzz in. Here's your question now. Conceived by Bell Labs, what 3-digit phone number was based on population? Lakidra.
911.
911. If the correct answer is 911, you're moving on. If it's not, Beastie is. The correct answer is area code. Okay, Beastie, you're moving on with Ryan. Lakidra, sorry about that. We'll see you next time. When we come back, it's Challenger versus Challenger and Mastermind versus Mastermind to determine who will compete in the Ultimate Trivia Showdown for $10,000. More Masterminds right after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. It all comes down to this. Which challenger will face the top mastermind for $10,000? We're about to find out. But first, let's get to know them better. Monique, tell me how seriously you take your karaoke game.
Very seriously. I was in a competitive karaoke league for 3 seasons in Seattle. We got themes every week. We had props, costumes, choreography. My favorite performance was when we did Don't Fear the Reaper with multiple revealed cowbells.
Cowbells? Wow, you don't hear that every day. And you're a stay-at-home mom?
Yes, I have a little girl. She will be 5 next month. She's my life. Love you, Niara.
Oh, that's so sweet. Welcome to the show. Lovely to have you. Adam, tell me how you became an expert hula hooper.
Well, it all started because my friends thought I couldn't hula hoop, so I wanted to prove them wrong.
Perfect.
And it just worked out because my friend's mom has like a weighted hula hoop in her gym. So I just started practicing, and it literally was like a match made in heaven. And now I take my hula hoop with me everywhere. I'll even bring it on as a carry-on on my flight. Like, I'll take less clothes if it means I can bring my hula hoop with me.
No way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's collapsible, so but I gotta bring the hula hoop.
Well, welcome to the show. Good luck to you both. In this round, first the challengers and then the masterminds will face off in a timed trivia battle. The first question will be worth 500 points, and each question that follows will be worth an additional 100 points. This is anyone's game. Challengers, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I love it. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points, 58 years after they met, who did Superman marry in DC Comics' Superman the Wedding Album? Monique.
Lois Lane.
Correct. 600 points. Scotty Bowman coached teams to 9 Stanley Cups in what sport? Monique.
Hockey.
Correct. 700 points. French Polynesia once used special mailboxes for the daily delivery of what long, narrow loaves of bread? Adam.
Baguettes.
Correct. 800 points. In 1538, what world leader was excommunicated from the Catholic Church by Pope Paul III? Time. King Henry VIII. 900 points. What Florida sea mammal is more closely related to the elephant than to the dolphin? Monique.
The manatee.
Correct. 1,000 points. The subject of a Longfellow poem, which British officer was hired by the Pilgrims as their military leader? Time. Miles Standish. 1,100 points. What synonym for a graduation ceremony implies that it is a new beginning? Monique?
Convocation.
Nope. Adam?
Commencement.
Correct. 1,200 points. Barnum Brown is credited with discovering the first T-Rex fossils in what northern U.S. border state? Monique?
Montana.
Correct! Can we give it to her? Yes, we can! Well done, Monique! You just won $1,000! And not only that, the chance to play for $10,000! Congratulations. It was so wonderful to have you
Thank you so
here.
much.
Thank you so much, Adam. All right, Monique, now we just have to determine which mastermind it is that you'll be facing. All right, gentlemen, you know how this works. Same rules apply. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when I finish reading the first question. 500 points. What organ hangs below a cow's body and produces milk? Beast.
Udder.
Correct. 600 points. Bordering Virginia and Maryland, the Chesapeake Bay opens into what ocean? Ryan.
Atlantic.
Correct. 700 points. In 2022, Rihanna was named the youngest self-made what in the U.S.? Beast.
Billionaire.
Correct. 800 points. Celebrated in the UK, Bonfire Night is also commonly named in reference to what historical figure? Beast.
Guy Fawkes.
Correct. 900 points. Matching the color of its insulation, which cat with pastel-colored fur has been the Owens Corning mascot since 1980? Ryan.
Pink Panther.
Correct. 1,000 points. Annie Proulx won a Pulitzer Prize for what novel set in Newfoundland? Beast.
Anne of Green Gables.
Nope. Ryan.
The shipping news.
Correct. 1,100 points. According to the International Playing Card Society, the King of Hearts was modeled on what French ruler? Ryan.
Charlemagne.
Correct. 1,200 points. What flower whose name falls at the end of the alphabet did the Farmer's Almanac call one of the easiest to grow? Ryan.
Zinnia.
Correct. 1,300 points. Unison brand products are all designed to help people do what? Ryan.
Go to sleep.
Correct. 1,400 points. Characters from several Nintendo franchises square off in what fighting video game series? Ryan.
Super Smash Brothers.
That is correct, but we can't give you points for it. Doesn't matter. You're still tonight's top mastermind. Well done. Beastie, we'll see you next time. That means that Monique and Ryan will be going head-to-head in our Ultimate Trivia Showdown. Can Monique win $10,000 and take one step closer to becoming a mastermind? Find out when we come back. Welcome back to Masterminds. Monique has won $1,000 and will now face Ryan Chafee in the Ultimate Trivia Showdown for $10,000. Here's how we play. I'll read 4 questions to Monique and Ryan, and they will each write down their answers. Once the players have locked in their responses, I'll reveal the correct answers. If Monique gets the higher score, then she will win $10,000. It's now time to find out if Monique will win $10,000. Let's begin. Here's your first question. A trusted confidant of Bruce Wayne, what is the name of Batman's butler? Monique, what did you say?
Alfred Pennyworth.
Alfred Pennyworth. Ryan?
I also said Alfred.
Alfred. The correct answer is Alfred Pennyworth. Yes!
Monique going big.
She's going deep. She's like, let me make sure I get this across the board. Well done, well done. And it's 1-1. And here's your second question. What famous 150-year-old English clipper ship that held speed records is depicted on labels of an imported spirit? Monique, you said?
Cutty Sark.
Cutty Sark. Ryan, you said?
I also said Cutty Sark.
Cutty Sark as well. That's a good sign. The correct answer is yes, Monique. Woo, girl, just inching toward that $10,000. And it's 2-2. And here's your third question. Based on a real place, what opera's cigarette factory still stands today and belongs to the University of Seville? Monique, you said?
The Barber of Seville.
The Barber of Seville. Ryan, you said?
I said Carmen.
Carmen. The correct answer is Carmen. All right, it's 2-3. Don't lose hope. We still have another question. If you get the next one right and he's wrong, you'll be tied and you still have a chance at the $10,000. Good luck. Here's your final question. By definition, pepperoni is typically made with what 2 types of meat? Monique, your answer is?
Pork and beef.
Pork and beef. Ryan, your answer is?
I said sausage and beef.
Sausage and beef. Okay, your answers are different. If it's pork and beef, you still have a shot at the $10,000. Is the correct answer pork and beef? Yes, Monique! Oh, I love it when this happens. Okay, the pressure's off as far as the competition. This is not about Ryan anymore. This is just about you. It is time for our ultimate trivia question. One question between you and $10,000. Here's your question. Born in 1892, what British fantasy author inspired songs by Black Sabbath, Rush, Joni Mitchell, and Led Zeppelin?
Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll. For $10,000, is Lewis Carroll correct? Oh, J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh my gosh, Monique. So close, nice try. Hey, it was such a joy to have you on the show. Still, you won $1,000. You made it all the way to the final. Your daughter's gonna be so proud. Ryan, too close. All right, join us next time to see who can outsmart the best players in the world right here on Masterminds.
Do you have what it takes to defeat Mark the Beast Labette and his fellow trivia geniuses? Find out tonight on Masterminds. And here's your host, Brooke Burns.
Hello and welcome to Masterminds, a game of trivia, smarts, and strategy. Let's meet our challengers. He's a teacher who loves running and cooking from Stoneham, Massachusetts. Please welcome David. She's a full-time registered nurse who loves to make cosplay costumes from Pleasanton, California. Welcome, Anita. And he's an attorney for Uber and world-ranked pinball player. Put your hands together for Derek. Oh, wow, with lots of personality, too. Welcome to the show, everyone. Are you ready to meet the Masterminds?
Please.
Yes, let's do it. He's a four-time Jeopardy champion and the self-proclaimed professor of fun. It's Ryan Chafee. You may have a run for your money over here, though, Ryan. She's a professor at Boston University and OBGYN. The doctor is in. Welcome, Lakedra Pam. You know him as one of the world's most formidable trivia masters. From The Chase, it's Mark the Beast Labette. Beastie, can't you take a note from Derek over here with like some personality and some fun and smiles and... Okay, never mind. Sorry, I asked. What do you think about the competition?
Well, teacher who combines running and cooking, etc. Barbecue on the go, that could work.
Definitely. A new business, huh? All right, here's how we play. I'll ask you a series of trivia questions over 3 rounds of escalating difficulty. At the end of the game, the highest scoring challenger will face the highest scoring mastermind in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. If a challenger wins, they'll come back to compete again. And if a challenger wins 2 times, then they will be crowned a mastermind and potentially take the place of one of our masterminds on this stage. Right, Ryan?
Well, Derek seems like he's trying to come for my professorship of fun status.
I think he is.
Think again, Derek.
You got some competition
Tenure
here.
means nothing here.
I've never seen you so aggressive, Ryan.
It's about to be the professor of beating Derek.
I'll lend you my persona for the next show. How will that do?
Ryan the Beast Chafee.
Yes.
All right. In round 1, there are 7 subjects, each with a corresponding question. All challengers and masterminds will play. Correct answers are worth 100 points. Good luck, everyone. And the first subject is food. The most expensive cheese in the world, Pule, comes from what animal? Moose, donkey, or kangaroo? And the correct answer is donkey. Challengers, how'd we do? Okay, no points on this one, a little bizarre. Masterminds? Oh, no points on this one either. The next subject is astronomy. The Milky Way is classified as a galaxy with what shape? Elliptical, irregular, or spiral? And the correct answer is spiral. Challengers, how about this one? There we go, the gentlemen, David and Derek, 100 points apiece. Well done. Masterminds, 100 points across the board.
It's spiral galaxies like our own, the Milky Way, look like a pinwheel with like arms spiraling outward. That's my spiral galaxy impersonation.
Thank you, Ryan. The next subject is holidays. Both a tradition and superstition, people of Spain try to quickly eat 12 of what fruit at midnight on New Year's Eve? Dates, grapes, or olives? Everybody's locked in, and the correct answer is grapes. Challengers, did we know this? I love Anita. She was smiling from the beginning, locked in early, 100 points. Well done. Masterminds? Okay, Lakedra and Ryan, 100 points apiece.
So it's a tradition for good luck. You have to eat the 12 grapes between the first chime of midnight and the 12th chime of the bell.
So one per month, I'm guessing?
Each month of the year.
Should we just go?
Does it work if you don't eat them one at a time? Good question. Thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is animals. Dolphins in Australia have been seen wearing what on their noses while foraging for food? Sponges, wrapped seaweed, or old tin cans? And the correct answer is sponges. Challengers, how about this one? Oh, no points. Okay, surprising. Masterminds? Lakedra for 100 points.
So it's not sponges like you clean with, it's the actual animal sponges.
Yeah.
It actually protects their noses while they're digging around in the harder coral.
Unbelievable how they figured out to do that, right? Thank you, Lakedra. The next subject is instruments. Until 1903, the New York Stock Exchange signaled the start and end of each trading day with what? Tambourine, concert cymbals, or Chinese gong? The correct answer is Chinese gong. How'd we do, challengers? I see Derek cheering. Okay, well done. 100 points for you, and Anita for you as well. Masterminds? Okay, Ryan for 100 points.
Yeah, in 1903, they switched over from the gong to the bell that we know it now at the same time that they moved their location.
All right, thank you, Ryan. The next subject is words. What is the proper term for the day after tomorrow? Aftermorrow, overmorrow, or submorrow? And the correct answer is overmorrow. Challengers? Okay, well done, Derek. He's like, yes, 100 points. Masterminds? Lakedra and Ryan for 100 points apiece.
That seems like the most British possible thing.
The number of times I've heard it in 50 odd years, 0.
Really?
Oh, pip, pip, overmorrow, like, right? No?
There you go.
It's not.
Thank you, Lakedra. And the last subject is famous names. The first known mention of what legendary figure was by French poet Charles Perrault in the 17th century? William Tell, Mother Goose, or King Arthur? And the correct answer is Mother Goose. Challengers, come on. Oh, no points for this. Okay, what about our masterminds? Lakedra and Ryan for another 100 points. Not your day, Beastie.
Yeah, Charles Perrault is the originator of a lot of the Mother Goose tales that we know today.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. That's it for round one. For our challengers, we've got Derek in the lead with 300 points. And on our mastermind side, Ryan and Lakedra are tied with 500 points. Well done. When we return, the points get higher and the questions get more difficult as we get closer to determining who will play for $10,000. More masterminds after this. Masterminds. In this round, both the challengers and the masterminds will write in their answers for a chance to build their score. There are 5 subjects, and correct answers are now worth 200 points. At the end of this round, the challenger and the mastermind with the lowest scores will be eliminated. Let's play. The first subject is toys. What toy was accidentally invented while trying to make springs that could keep sensitive ship equipment steady at sea? All right, everybody's locked in, and the correct answer is Slinky. How do we do, challengers? Derek is cheering. 200 points for you, and 200 points for you, Anita. Well done. Masterminds. Okay, 200 points across the board.
All I know is it's a very cheap toy because it's one long piece of metal just wound round a few times.
Thank you, Beastie. The next subject is money. What word is based on the practice of Roman soldiers being paid in salt, which they used to preserve food? And the correct answer is salary. How'd we do, challengers? Derek's already given me the thumbs up. Well done, 200 points for you, sir. Masterminds. 200 points across the board.
The Latin for salt is sol, and hence we get the word salary.
Thank you, Ryan. The next subject is travel. Japan's white-painted Himeji Castle is called the Heron, and its black Matsumoto Castle is known as what other bird? The correct answer is the crow. How'd we do, challengers? No, okay, not for Derek, but David and Anita, 200 points apiece. Well done. Masterminds, 200 points for Lakidra and Ryan.
So Himeji is actually Japan's most visited castle. Really popular tourist spot.
Thank you, Lakidra. The next subject is horse racing. What vibrant uniforms worn by horse jockeys display the horse owner's racing team colors? Everybody's locked, and the correct answer is silks. Challengers, did we know this one? Okay, no points on this one. Masterminds, how about you guys? Okay, well done, 200 points across the board. All right, it's time for the final question of this round. This question is worth 400 points. This will determine who will be moving on to the next round. Here is your final subject, and the subject is computers. In the world of email, what does the B stand for in BCC? The correct answer is blind. How'd we do? Derek. Well done for the gentlemen, 400 points apiece. That means that David and Derek, you'll be moving on to the next round. Congratulations. Anita, it was lovely to have you here. And how about for our masterminds? There we go, 400 points across the board. It's gonna be Ryan and Lakidra moving on. Beastie, we'll see you next time. When we come back, it's Challenger versus Challenger and Mastermind versus Mastermind to determine who will compete in the Ultimate Trivia Showdown for $10,000. More Masterminds after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. It all comes down to this. Which challenger will face the top mastermind for $10,000? We're about to find out. But first, let's get to know them better. David, tell me about what you teach.
I teach high school biology and AP biology, and I like to think at the heart of what I do is connection and trust with my students, and I've been doing it for 14 years, and I always try to make communication at the forefront, so learning is a two-way street.
Oh, that's beautiful. It sounds like you're very good at what you do.
I try, I hope so.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
So, Derek, are you saying that you're one of the best pinball players in the world?
The numbers don't lie, Brooke. If you look at the stats, I was in the top 800 at one point. That was my highest.
Wow.
It slipped a little bit as I haven't been able to go to tournaments as much because I have a 2-year-old.
It happens. Definitely it happens then.
Right. But yeah, it's been great. I mean, I get to go all over the country. There's tournaments that are happening certainly in different parts of California, but all the way out. There was the largest pinball tournament used to be called Pinburg. It was out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And yeah, it's just been a wonderful opportunity to meet tons of people and have fun and compete. And then now I get to share that with my son.
Aw, and you said he's 2?
Yes.
So you're getting him into the game?
Yeah. The biggest concern right now is fitting the arms astride the machine.
Sweet boy.
You know, at some point he'll be playing my favorite, Baywatch.
Oh, snap. That's going back a few. I don't think these people know about that. Let's keep that on the DL. Well, he has some pretty big shoes to fill. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good luck to you both, gentlemen. In this round, first the challengers and then the masterminds will face off in a timed trivia battle. The first question will be worth 500 points, and each question that follows will be worth an additional 100 points. This is truly anyone's game. Challengers, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, then let's go ahead and put 60 seconds on the clock, and your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points. Dashiell Hammett introduced the character Sam Spade in what novel about a coveted object? David.
The Maltese Falcon?
Correct. 600 points. What plant is called the burn plant because of its anti-inflammatory properties? David.
Aloe?
Correct. 700 points. Mariano Martinez converted a soft-serve ice cream machine into the first dispenser of what frozen cocktail? David.
Margarita?
Correct. 800 points. Andorra is a landlocked microstate that is located in what European mountain range? David.
The Alps?
No. Derek.
The Pyrenees.
Correct. 900 points. What Stanley Kubrick film had an alternate ending with a pie fight in the war room? David.
Dr. Strangelove?
Correct. 1,000 points. What Ivy League school owns more buildings than any other private entity in New York City? Derek.
Columbia.
Correct. 1,100 points. Citing the need for steel in world leaders, Margaret Thatcher didn't mind being called by what nickname? Derek.
The Iron Lady.
Correct. 1,200 points. The vaporization of a liquid that is then condensed back into a liquid is an example of what scientific process? David.
Condensation.
No. Derek.
Liquefaction.
Distillation. And time! Wow, that was so close! Derek, congratulations, you just won $1,000. And not only that, but the chance to play for $10,000. Well done. David, that was very, very well played there. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Brooke.
Derek, now we just have to determine which mastermind you'll be facing.
Fantastic.
All right, guys, here I come. You know how this works. Same rules apply. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points. The civil, the divine, and the long count are three calendars that work together in what ancient culture? Lakidra.
Mayan.
Correct. 600 points. At the start of an auto race, what is the most advantageous spot located on the front row of cars? Lakidra.
The pole.
Correct. 700 points. Launched in the late 90s, what Fendi handbag shares its name with a thin loaf of French bread? Lakidra.
Baguette.
Correct. 800 points. In 1922, Dublin Castle was officially handed over from the British to what Irish revolutionary?
Oh, man.
Lakidra.
O'Donnell.
No. Ryan?
I don't know.
Michael Collins. 900 points. What three-letter abbreviation is given to cameras that use a single lens for all viewing, focusing, and metering? Lakidra.
SLR.
Correct. 1,000 points. What religious title does Lamo Thondup go by today? Lakidra.
The Dalai Lama.
Correct. 1,100 points. Which Hawaiian island is biggest in terms of population? Ryan.
Oahu.
Correct. 1,200 points. What sugary substance do ants harvest from aphids by stroking their abdomens? Ryan.
They're sucrose.
Nope. Lakidra.
Honeydew.
Correct. 1,300 points. Joyce Kilmer wrote, I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a what? Lakidra.
A tree.
Correct. Well done, Lakidra. You're tonight's top mastermind. Ryan, we'll see you next time.
Wow.
That means that Derek and Lakidra will be going head-to-head in our ultimate trivia showdown. Can Derek win $10,000 and take one step closer to becoming a mastermind? Find out when we come back. Welcome back to Masterminds. Derek has won $1,000 and will now face Lakidra Pam in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. Here's how we play. I'll read 4 questions to Derek and Lakidra, and they'll each write down their answers. Once the players have locked in their responses, I'll reveal the correct answers. If Derek gets the higher score, then he will win $10,000. I see you crossing your fingers over there. If you win the grand prize, what are you going to do with the money, Derek?
I mean, as you might imagine, I've had my eye on a vintage pinball machine. It's the Cubs triple play machines.
Oh.
It's the perfect melding of the old and the new, where it was the first one with the electronic readout. So I'm very excited to maybe get my hands on that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. With $10,000, you can get that and have that little treasure for your son to learn on eventually.
Absolutely.
All right, well, good luck. Hopefully we can help you out with that.
Thank you.
It is now time to find out if Derek will win $10,000. Let's begin. Here's your first question. Brad Anderson created what comic strip Great Dane in 1954? All right, Derek, what did you say?
Marmaduke.
Marmaduke. Lakidra, how about you?
I also said Marmaduke.
Also Marmaduke. The correct answer is Marmaduke. Yes! And it's 1-1. Well done. Here's your second question. The hypoglossal nerve serves the motor functions of what muscular structure? Derek, you said?
The uvula.
The uvula. Lakidra, you said?
I said the tongue.
The tongue. And the correct answer is the tongue. Thank you, doctor. All right, so it's 1-2, and here's your third question. The name of what streaming service can mean gourd or interactive recording in Mandarin? Derek, you said?
Hulu.
Hulu. Lakidra, you said?
I said Roku.
Roku. All right. The correct answer is Hulu. Well done, Derek! You just tied up the score. You know what that means? We only have one final question left. If you get this right and Lakidra gets it wrong, then you have a very expensive toy. The $10,000 will be yours. Good luck. Here is your final question. In which country was Ludwig van Beethoven born? Derek, tell me your answer.
Austria.
Austria is your answer. Lakidra, what did you say?
Germany.
Germany. Okay, if Austria is correct, Derek, that $10,000 is yours. And the correct answer is Germany! So close, Derek. Nice try. Still